How big is the risk that can happen at 35,000 feet? How quickly can a comfortable flight turn into a tense moment that leaves all passengers silent? And most shockingly, how did this incident spark the anger of the BTS family, raising a big question? Is there something that has been hidden all this time? These questions have become the center of public attention after shocking news spread that Kim Taehyung, or V of BTS, experienced a medical incident in the middle of an international flight to Los Angeles with his fellow member, John Jungkook. The incident occurred on a night flight that was supposed to be an ordinary trip for two BTS members. However, in reality, this trip turned into a dramatic moment that shook the hearts of many, including families and fans around the world. Based on information gathered from various close sources, the incident began about 2 hours after takeoff, when Taehyung suddenly had a severe nosebleed. Eyewitnesses said that blood flowed quite heavily, causing several passengers around his seat to panic. Jungkook, who was seated not far from Taehyung, reportedly immediately stood up and approached his friend. According to one passenger, Jungkook's facial expression instantly changed from relaxed to tense. He called the flight attendants in an urgent tone while helping press Taehyung's nose using tissues and a cold towel. He moved quickly, as if he already knew what to do, said one witness in the business class cabin. But from the look in his eyes, I could see he was very worried. This incident raises a big question. Why did Taehyung have a nosebleed in the air? Was it just a minor issue due to cabin pressure? Or is there a serious medical condition that has been kept secret all this time? Speculation began to emerge, especially after several flight attendants were seen calling a medical officer who happened to be on the flight. A passenger sitting near the aisle reported that Jungkook had a serious discussion with a medical officer in a special room at the back of the plane, as if to ensure that the treatment given was truly safe. What made the situation even more dramatic was the news that the BTS family, especially those close to Taehyung, immediately expressed anger after hearing about the incident. According to internal sources, they considered the management negligent in preparing Taehyung's health condition before taking a long-haul flight. This is not just a nosebleed. There are health factors that should have been taken into account, said one relative who asked to remain anonymous. Jungkook himself, although not giving an official statement upon landing in Los Angeles, looked emotional when leaving the airport. Several media outlets captured his gloomy expression, very different from usual. In fact, some fans waiting at the arrival gate said that Jungkook seemed to be holding back tears when one of the staff approached him. He looked very shaken, said a fan who recorded the moment. We could feel that there was something heavy on his mind. Reports from Korean media stated that Taehyung was immediately taken to the hospital upon arriving in LA for a full examination. Although the hospital has not issued an official statement, circulating news said that blood pressure and dehydration levels were the main factors that worsened his condition in the air. However, there is also a more sensitive issue: allegations that Taehyung suffered from extreme fatigue due to a packed schedule before the flight. The situation heated up further when several BTS family members sent emotional messages on social media that seemed to be directed at management. Although not mentioning names directly, words like responsibility and protection became the spotlight. Many armies around the world began to speculate whether this incident would trigger a major change in how management handles members' activities, especially those who are undergoing military service and are still required to attend certain events. Most shocking of all, there are rumors that this incident had a direct impact on Jungkook's professional relationship with management. Some insiders said that Jungkook felt frustrated because there was no adequate emergency health protocol on the plane. As the person who was at the scene and saw Taehyung's condition firsthand, Jungkook is said to have begun to question certain parties' decisions regarding the safety of BTS members. The peak of this drama occurred when a major media outlet released exclusive photos showing Jungkook sitting in the airport lounge after the incident, staring at the floor with a blank look. The photo was given a headline that raised questions: the tragic end of BTS Jungkook? Although the term tragic is still under debate, fans interpret this as a sign of something more serious, whether related to his mental health or internal relations within the group. Now, many are waiting for an official statement from HYB. As of this news being published, there has been no detailed clarification that answers all the public's questions. Only one thing is certain: this incident has left a deep mark on everyone involved, from passengers who witnessed it firsthand the angry BTS family, to millions of ARMYs anxiously awaiting the latest news. The question is, was this just a medical coincidence, or a harsh warning that something is wrong within a system that was once considered safe? While the public continues to debate the true cause of Taeyoung's sudden medical incident, whispers within the entertainment industry have begun to paint a darker, more complicated picture. Several anonymous sources claim that both Taeyoung and Jungkook had been pushing themselves to the limit in the days leading up to the flight. The combination of high-pressure schedules, media obligations, and the emotional toll of balancing their military commitments with public appearances may have been more than their bodies could handle. ARMYs from different countries organized online vigils, posting messages of support and demanding transparency from HYB. Some fans even began circulating old interviews where Taeyoung had hinted about feeling unwell during tours, linking them to the current event and questioning whether his health had been silently deteriorating for some time. Meanwhile, Jungkook's silence has only fueled speculation. Close acquaintances have suggested that he feels personally responsible for not being able to prevent the incident, even though it was completely beyond his control. His sudden disappearance from social media following the flight has led many to believe that he is processing a wave of emotions, from fear to frustration in private. Industry analysts warn that this event could have long-term consequences, not only for BTS, but also for HYB's public image. If the narrative of negligence gains traction, it could spark intense scrutiny over how entertainment companies manage the health and safety of their artists. Some even suggest that this could be the catalyst for a major restructuring in the way idol schedules are planned. As of now, fans, media, and even industry insiders are left waiting for one thing: an official, unfiltered statement. Until then, the questions remain, and the tension only grows. After a massive wave of commotion swept through social media timelines, in-depth investigations and official clarifications finally shed light on the matter. The news about Taeyoung experiencing a medical incident mid-flight to LA and Jungkook's tragic end in BTS turned out to be untrue. Although the dramatic narrative circulating across various platforms left many fans worried, in reality, the event was nothing more than speculation twisted and exaggerated by irresponsible parties. HYB, in a written statement released shortly after the rumor peaked, confirmed that both BTS members were in good health. There was no medical emergency, let alone severe nosebleeds requiring special treatment during the flight. Taeyoung was indeed seen briefly touching his nose and taking a tissue, but this was not a sign of any serious condition. Rather, it was just a common reaction to the dry air in the airplane cabin, which often causes discomfort for some people. Meanwhile, the rumor about Jungkook being gloomy and holding back tears after landing in Los Angeles was also not in line with the facts. The video that circulated and was interpreted so dramatically was actually taken at a completely different moment, when Jungkook was waiting for staff to prepare the vehicle at the airport. The serious expression seen was simply due to travel fatigue, not a sign of a major problem. In fact, several fans present at the location confirmed that shortly afterward, Jungkook greeted them and smiled. Further investigation revealed that many elements of this story were the result of framing by unofficial media and gossip accounts that relied on cropped images or videos without context. The writing style, made as dramatic as possible and combined with clickbait headlines, successfully aroused public curiosity, but also created unnecessary anxiety. The BTS family, who were rumored to be furious, never actually made any statements as claimed. In fact, the members' families are known to rarely comment in the media regarding personal matters or their children's health, let alone post indirect remarks on social media. This makes it clear that the narrative was entirely fictional, deliberately created to strengthen the story. From this case, there is an important lesson to be learned. In today's fast-paced digital era, news, especially involving public figures, can turn into sensational material within minutes. A single video clip, a single photo without context, or one anonymous source can become fuel to create a huge drama that never actually happened. News consumers and fans need to be more critical, verify sources, and avoid spreading unverified information. Official clarifications, supported by real eyewitness confirmations, prove that all BTS members, including Taeyoung and Jungkook, are in good health and carrying out their activities as usual. Their trip to Los Angeles went smoothly, without any medical emergencies. Therefore, all speculation about a tragic end or BTS family's outrage can be confirmed as mere sensationalism without any factual basis. In the end, this story serves as a reminder that the truth is often far simpler than the dramatic version crafted to draw clicks and attention. And while emotionally charged narratives may keep the public engaged in reading or watching, moral responsibility requires us to discern between real stories and mere imagination wrapped as news. For armies around the world, the message is clear. BTS is doing just fine, and your love and support remain their greatest source of energy.